Hello, hello, hello. It is TMZ back with some more astrology. Um, Still playing with my backgrounds, learning everything. I took the dual off. If you were here with the last live, I had the dual screen because we were doing fireworks outside Monday night. Then yesterday I wasn't on. Hey, people joining. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the likes. So we're talking astrology today. We're talking the big changes happening. We're talking about changes in your health, in your finances, in your not in your health necessarily, in your finances. It will be coming though, the health part. Finances, love, and money. That is finances. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, relationships. The biggest one. Relationships. So as you come in, please hit the like button. All you gotta do is tap the screen to say hi. And if you leave out, please tap the screen before you go. All right, so I am TMZ. What is TMZ stand for? Not the one that you see on uh, 5 that, gets news before the police do. Nobody's joining my live unless I know you. Um, the acronym, the reason I made my name TMZ is because I'm teaching, thank you for the likes, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia enlightening every day. And what am I teaching y'all? Astrology. I used to teach preschool and high school for 17 years, so teaching is in me. Um, Teaching, the planet that rules teaching and teachers is Jupiter, and I have it in Cancer. And since it's Cancer season, the sun is conjunct my Jupiter on my natal planet. So I'm in teaching mood. And also, I'm having my Mars return. As you can see above here, it says Venus conjunct Mars in Leo, July. We're going to talk about that first. But I have Mars in Leo, so it's my Mars return. So I'm taking action like a brave, lion-hearted, expressive, dramatic person. Inspiring nonetheless, because Leo's, Aries, and Sagittarius, the fire signs, they are inspiring. Get stuff popping. So with Venus also being in Leo, okay, getting ready to go into retrograde in about 2.5 weeks. Before we can talk about the retrograde, because it hasn't happened yet, we're in the shadow though. So the reason I want to start off with Venus conjunct Mars in Leo is because Venus, and I know you can't see my background, but Venus is at 23 degrees of Leo and Mars is at 27 degrees of Leo. And by the time Venus gets to almost 28, 29 degrees, it'll go into retrograde. It will not touch Virgo. It'll go all the way back through Leo, back to I think like 5 degrees, and move until it goes direct after about 4 to 6 weeks. I'll speak more of how long it'll be once it happens. I think it's like it ends September the 9th, so somebody do the math for me. That's like 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. It starts on July the 22nd. Anyway, thank y'all for the likes. Y'all got them up pretty quick, and we got over 13 people in here. 13, 12. Y'all drop comments if you have questions, especially about in relationships, especially if you are one of the fixed signs or the cardinal signs. What are the fixed signs? Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. If you are a cardinal sign, that's Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. Okay? We're not going to leave out your mutable signs. We just don't have a lot in mutable signs right now. The only thing we have in mutable signs is Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And because we're talking about retrograde season, we're going to talk about that as well. Only reason I'm going to tap into Venus retrograde, even though we have 2.5 weeks till it happens, is because Venus retrograde is in shadow. It's already giving. It's already giving. The day Venus moved into shadow 3 weeks ago, it's in shadow for like about 5 weeks before it actually moves into retrograde. And retrograde means it's just going, it's moving, it's appearing to move backwards in the sky, but on the zodiac chart, it is actually going back in degrees. And when you go back in degrees, you're reviewing stuff that you already done. Okay. I'm hoping for Venus retrograde that I review what happened at the beginning of the shadow when the ex-girlfriend pepper sprayed me in the face. I've been talking about that a lot because literally we was together for a year. We broke up 8 times and got back together 7 times. Not gonna get back the 8th time. Definitely, I think we've learned our lesson about each other. Is just might not work. It doesn't work. Okay. But long story short, I still want closure. I still want an apology, so I don't draw blood. Anyway, all right. So Venus, the planet of beauty, finances, and love. And check out my part one. I'm gonna do a part two about Venus in retrograde when it does go into retrograde in 2 days. I'm sorry, 2 weeks. Do not get your hair dyed. You might not like the color. So even though it's shadow, I just got my hair done Sunday night. This is my real hair, and I love the green. But I wasn't about to dye a whole bunch of different colors and mess my hair up or not like the color that comes out. So I just got an extra color. I mean, I got extra hair with different colors, so I can still like it. Don't cut your hair in Venus retrograde. Why? Because, again, you're reviewing how you do things. So you might cut your hair, you might dye your hair, you might go back over it after July 22nd and be like, I should have did this. And then with hair, it takes a minute to get it back to the way you want it, right? So leave that alone. Thank y'all for hitting the likes. Keep hitting them for me, please. And please place any comments. Hey, Kate. Kate is here. Place any comments. Yep, Kate, we're going to get to the Libra part two, and I want you to hear this. Very important. So hang in here with me. I promise you I'm going to be done by 11 because I need to roll a split. It's been a crazy day. The Cancer energy is crazy. Moody. Ugh. Like my own Cancer is driving me up a wall. My Cancer daughter up in here. And then as a Scorpio, a person who, really likes sex, but is very mysterious and supposedly secretive, but my Libra traits got me not being so secretive. My Libra placements. Nonetheless, Scorpio and Cancers are supposed to be really compatible, and a lot of my Cancer friends, and even my other water sign Pisces friends, and I don't know. But we're going to talk about that because Venus also has to do with relationships. So Venus is reviewing your finances. The retrograde, Venus retrograde will also help you review how you love yourself, others, in relationships, partnerships, friendships, family ships, okay? And beauty. So I talked about the beauty part. Let me go back. Venus rules 2 signs. It rules Taurus and it rules Libra. So currently, and for, let's say, what's 18 plus 18? 36 months straight. That's what, 3 years? For 3 years straight, we're going to be ruled under Venus energy, okay? Venus rules Taurus, and the North Node is currently in Taurus. Talking about the nodes today, too, because they're going to switch 5 days before Venus goes into retrograde. So Taurus is in North Node at 1 degree. The North Node, the nodes always go backwards. North Node and the South Node, okay? The North Node and the South Node always go backwards, so I only have 1 degree for fixed signs. This one is in Taurus. This one is in Scorpio, so I didn't have a number 1 for the Scorpio one, okay? But it'll go to 0 degrees, and then it'll start at 29 degrees. There's 30 degrees in every sign. It does not go up to 30 because it begins at 0. So once the North Node gets to 0, like around next week, and it switches to the sign before Taurus, which is Aries. We'll have an Aries North Node. Aries is about self-love, self-care, ego, how you come across, first impressions. I'm not inviting anybody to join my live. And, okay, Kate, thank you. And Aries also has to do with bravery, pioneer, leadership, because it's the first sign. And once it hits Aries, this will change to a red 29, like we have in Pluto. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and go right into it. And hopefully y'all have questions after I speak on all this. So Pluto is currently at 29 degrees because it's also in retrograde and this came back out of Aquarius. So Pluto was in Capricorn since Barry Soetoro came into office. Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama. Remember, this is a truth channel, but I talk about astrology too to cover up and keep myself safe and on here and not banned. But since that would be 2008, Pluto has been Capricorn. Have you not noticed Capricorn has to do with authority? Capricorn has to do with responsibility, has to do with big corporations, government. Have y'all not been noticing how wild and wacky the government has been since 2008? And corrupt. Okay. And then we got a taste of Pluto and Aquarius when everybody started having their great awakening. Well, people have been having their great awakenings for a minute now. But with Pluto and Aquarius, Aquarius has to represents humanitarianism, uniqueness, innovation, and we all really had to get unique and innovative with our jobs, with our businesses, just so we can kind of detach. Aquarius also has to do with detaching. It also has to do with rebellion. So, it also has to do with the future and technology. So when Pluto was in Aquarius just for 2 months between March and May, that's when we had the aliens, spaceships sightings. We had the new technologies coming out with a whole lot of AI, especially here on TikTok. We had it's still a few of y'all in here. Please the likes for me if you like the content, or leave a message so I can know that y'all are engaged and interacting and want to know more, please. And also with Pluto and Aquarius, so Pluto was 0 degrees in Aquarius, right? Thank you for the likes. So Pluto was in Aquarius at 0 degrees, and we were just getting all this information coming in, and some people were rebellious about it. Some people weren't. Now that Pluto is moving back into Capricorn in retrograde, we're reviewing truths. We're reviewing the power, the fear. Pluto represents fear, so we're reviewing how fearful we were about certain things and stepping into our power once things have been revealed. Pluto is also hidden. It's the planet that's far out, so it's hiding a lot of truths. And once it moves back into Aquarius, a lot of things between now and January 2024 will have been out. Here's a planet. I'm new here, so trying to learn. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Thank you, Kate. I am a beast. I thought that said beast on the back. Thank you. So, before I put this away, so when the nodes, and I don't have more than 129, so when the nodes move on July the 17th, it's like 11 more days, 11 and a half, because we're almost on January 6th, it'll look like this. So it'll start in Aries at 29 degrees, and it'll start in Libra, the south node, at 29 degrees, and it'll go backwards. Then after 18 months, we're talking January 2025, it'll be in Pisces, north node, and Virgo, south node. Oop, on the wrong side, y'all. Virgo, south node. Okay? So, because it's going to be in 29 degrees on July 17th, Pluto will also be, because Pluto moves very slow, y'all. As I said, it was in Capricorn since 2008. And it moved in Aquarius because it hit 29 degrees and it moved. It kept going direct and hit 0 degrees of Aquarius, and then it came back to in retrograde. So these things will square. They're all cardinal signs, okay? The north node will be in Aries. That's a cardinal sign. The south node will be in Libra. That's a cardinal sign. Pluto will be in Capricorn. That's a cardinal sign. And currently the sun is in Cancer, so we're in a cardinal energy as well. In saying all that, cardinal energy initiates and it moves things quickly, okay? If you know any Cancers, Libras, like you, Kate. So what do you do? I talk about like astrology and the current events that are happening with it. So like what's a truther? Some people call us conspiracy theorists. But that is a phrase that was developed by those who like to tell lies. So I'm a truther. I tie it into the current astrology. So like I'm saying, with Pluto being in Capricorn, we've had a lot of governmental changes. Pluto is transformation. Pluto represents fear and power. Pluto represents death and rebirth. So Pluto is returning, or has already returned, to the place it was when the United States was created, July the 4th, 1776, right? That's 240 something, almost 50 years ago. 250 years ago when the United States was created, Pluto was in Capricorn. And now that it's back in Capricorn, it was in 27 degrees of Capricorn. So it's already passed. It already had, when it had the return, you know what was happening? We were going through lockdowns when it was at 27 degrees. We were going through the election that was stolen. We were going through all those kind of things when Pluto was at 27 degrees of Capricorn back in like 2021. Okay, and what am I reaching for? I only have one retrograde sign, y'all. I'm going to do better. I'm going to actually get one of the people that I support. I work with people with disabilities for my full-time job, and one of them loves to laminate. So I'm going to get him to laminate these things for him and pay him a little change. Isaac, why are you saying Jesus Christ? Girl, Mike, who cheese stanky? I don't know what that means. I see we have some bots in here possibly. Show, let me know what sign you are if you're interested, and I can tell you how things are going to operate for you. I love this stuff. I don't know much. Love listening to you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Stop the hoax. Tell me your real name unless you want me to call you that. You're a Gemini show. Happy belated birthday. Just left your season. So I was saying that Geminis are mutable. So let me break it down to you all real quick. Neptune is in Pisces. I wish I didn't put this up, but I really want to talk about these things that are on here. These are like the themes of what's going on right now, the changes. Neptune, each planet has a sign that it moves through. Each planet moves, the sun moves every 30 days out of a sign. So like it's Cancer season for 30 days. It was Gemini season for 30 days. It was Taurus season for 30 days. The sun moves through a sign. It takes 30 days. The moon takes 2 days. So that's why the moon rules Cancer. That's why I'm so irritated with Cancers right now, because they're so freaking moody. And they are ruled by the moon. The moon changes its sign every 2.5 days. So it was just in Capricorn. We just had the full moon in Capricorn 2 days ago, and now it's in Aquarius already. Okay. But that is why Cancers are so moody, because they change their signs. Like they're ruled by the moon, so they change their moods, just like the signs change with the moon every 2.5 days, if that makes sense. If you know any Cancers, super moody people, 1 minute they're crying, 1 minute they're snapping at you, 1 minute they're partying hard. It's a lot. Shout out to Lee, who actually helped me start this astrology business that I'm trying to build back up. You're a Cancer? Are you a Cancer? Stop the host. Did you tell me your name? Let me scroll back up. Andrea. Okay. Happy early birthday. Yeah, let me tell y'all a quick story. So again, I was talking about how I just broke up from my on and off girlfriend for a year. And she's not a Cancer, she's a Sagittarius, but I'm a Scorpio sun, she's a Scorpio rising. If you don't know about risings are the asteroid that was coming over the moon when you were born, and that also has a sign. And rising, rising means it's like what you are inspiring to be, or who you technically are, even though you're your sun sign, you're more likely your rising sign. It's like if people come to up to me and say, "You're a Libra, aren't you?" I said, "No, I'm a Libra rising, but I'm technically a Scorpio." I act like both of them. I have a tendency to be peaceful and harmonious, and I have a tendency to also be vindictive and secretive, which is the Libra and the Scorpio traits. But back to the cardinal signs. Again, the cardinal signs are Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. They initiate everything. They initiate the seasons. They initiate Capricorn starts the year and ends the year, right? The calendar year. Aries starts the zodiac year. Cancer starts the summer. Capricorn starts the winter. Aries starts the spring. Libra starts the fall. So they're initiators, okay? The fixed signs are follow-throughers. They're the ones who are persistent. Those are Leos, Aquarius, Scorpios, and Taurus. The mutable signs are the ones that go through the changes. Okay, so the reason that the fixed signs are fixed, stubborn, set in their ways is because they're persistent. One thing about my Scorpio traits is I'm going to press and press and press until I get tough love. I'm going to press and press and press until, like, especially my children, until they grasp it. I'm not going to give up on them. Okay? But the mutable signs, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, are the ones who change. They adapt well. So that's why Gemini season is right before Cancer season, because Cancer starts the summer and we're changing out of the spring to the summer. That is why Pisces is right before Aries, because Pisces is changing the whole zodiac. It's ending. It's also changing the winter into the spring. Virgo is changing the fall, the summer into the fall, and Sagittarius is changing the fall into the winter. Okay, those are the modalities. That's how they operate. That's what modalities mean. That's what modes mean. Then they're all elements. So Gemini for you, Andrea, is mutable air. The element of Gemini is air. The air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So Libra is a cardinal air. Gemini is a mutable air, and Aquarius is a fixed air. Okay. One example of mutable energy that Gemini gives to its element air is it's quick to flip on people. Geminis can sometimes, and let me know if I'm on point, Andrea. Gemini, not Andrea. Andrea is the Cancer. Show is the Gemini. So Geminis are duality. Geminis have to do with siblings, men and women, twins, and you ever heard of a good twin, bad twin? That's what Gemini mutable energy is giving. It can switch up easily. Sagittarius, that was my ex-girlfriend's sun sign, and she switched up on me real quick. Went from, oh, I love you, baby, I'll do anything for you, my heart is, all this stuff. I don't know if some of y'all noticed. No, you didn't, because I did this on Facebook, but I shout out to my father who started following me randomly on Facebook, and I haven't talked to him in 10, 11 years since my youngest was born, and instead of him saying thank you, he gave me 2 long paragraphs of how much he hates me still. And she was, oh, baby, I'm going to love on you more because of this. And the next thing you know, the bitch pepper sprayed me because I asked her to stop yelling at me in my car so I could go to work without that energy. And yes, I'm trying to keep my Scorpio's finger down about that. And my Libra rising is trying to stay peaceful and harmonizing about that. All right, so enough of that. The nodal changes. Let's talk about these nodal changes before I put these signs back up. The nodes are your destiny with the North Node and your karma with the South Node. The North Node is the challenge. Okay? The South Node is your past and what you need to release and move away from. Okay? These are like the key to how you need to move in life. Astrology or birth charts. Okay, because there's a birth chart created every second of the day. Whenever a baby's born, all their birth charts are different depending on where they are on the earth, where what time they came out the womb. Even if they're twins, they came out at different times, so they have different. Some of their placements are going to be different, especially the degrees. But long story short, the nodes are like, and some people don't believe in this, so if you don't, it's okay. We don't really go to the big clouds in the sky or whatever you want to call it. We don't go there. We start new lives when we die and are reborn. That's what death and rebirth is about. That's what Pluto gives. Okay, because things can be reborn even while still alive, which is what's happening to the government in the United States. But you're moving away from the South Node energy because it's from your past life. You've already mastered this. Now, I have South Node in Aries because I have the North Node in Libra. They're getting ready to switch. So it's still my nodes, but it's in the opposite. Like, it's going to be the South Node in Libra on July 17th, 2023, and it's going to be the North Node in Aries. Okay? What does this mean? If you have Libra placements, Sun, Libra Moon, or Libra Rising, I have a Libra Rising. I know that Kate is in here, and this is what I wanted her to hear. I'm not saying something. It says 7 new messages. Hey, Alien Superstar. I'm sorry, the messages stopped playing. I had to touch it. How are Capricorn Moon? It's already the Aquarius Moon now. We were just talking about that, Alien Superstar. I don't know if you heard that when you came in. How the moon changes every 2.5 days. So the Capricorn Moon energy does last. The full moon energy lasts in any sign whenever the full moon happens, because next full moon will be next month in Aquarius. So it'll last for 3 more days. So let's say by the time we're in the Pisces moon, the energy will be gone. When we were even in the Scorpio moon, the energy was coming. So we had the full moon in Capricorn. 2 signs before that, it was giving that energy, Scorpio and Sagittarius. And 2 signs after that, Aquarius and Pisces, is still giving that energy. So it's like 6 full days of full moon energy. Did you release, Alien? Did you release? Kate, what did I say? Oh my goodness. I'm coming back in my next life as a squirrel. Well, it all still depends on what sign you're going to be as a squirrel. I've always had a lot of fat cats, and I always said that the fat cats are the Tauruses because Tauruses love to eat. I don't have a twin, but I do everything for my siblings, and they stay calling me, right? So that's the Gemini energy. It's just duality. It could be left, right, yin, yang, boy, girl, bisexuality. It could be a lot. It could be dealing with your siblings, not just twins. But yeah, the only reason I'm not talking about mutable energy um, show is because the only thing we have in any of the mutable signs, again, that's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, is Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. And I'm going to talk about Neptune retrograde tonight, not Saturn retrograde tonight, maybe on Sunday night. But Pisces is the wrap up of the zodiac year, as well as Pisces being a mutable sign, also being a water sign. It's creative energy, it's adapting energy, and Pisces is about the subconscious, the unconscious, the illusions, and that's all I want to tap into Neptune because it kind of goes with not only what I talk about love, health, and wealth, but it also goes with the truths. And I'll tap into that in a second. Let me finish up these. The North Node, oh goodness, was about the Facebook issue you had. Woo! It's like I have a whole different group, but we're still kind of like truthers and all this. But Facebook is for one thing, Instagram is for another thing, and TikTok is for another thing. Those are my 3 frequents. Thank y'all for the likes. So yeah, just really quick, the fates, like your past life, you've already done enough. You're a master. And so I was saying I have South Node in Aries. So Aries is aggressive, impulsive. It's leadership though. So I'm a great leader. I like to think. These are both cardinal energies. So I lead with the North Node in Libra. I lead in my relationships. Okay. I know that I was born in 1977. The North Node was in Libra from January 1977 to July 1978. I can't remember the other dates, but the nodes come back around and have their return every 9 to 18 years, I believe. 9 for the switch, 18 for the exact same one. Being that I'm 45, I think I've had my Libra North Node return about 2 times now. Going on, maybe 3. I can't remember. I should have prepared that. I'll have it prepared for next time. But the South Node, like I've done all the fighting. I've been locked up for fighting. That's Aries energy, fiery energy. Definitely can be very impulsive. Definitely can be super aggressive. You know, in the rainbow community, they call me the aggressive femme, right? So I'm still feminine and, like to wear makeup and do my hair and nails and wear dresses and stuff. But I could still be really dominant. So I got my South Node down pat, right? That's why we need to release our South Node energy and step into the North Node. This is the challenge. We're comfortable in our South Node energy. We're not ready for the challenge in the North Node energy, and that's what it's giving by January 17th to January 17th, 2023 to July. What am I saying? July 17th, 2023 to January 2025 is how long we're going to be with the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. So with my North Node on my natal chart when I was born, the North Node was in Libra, and what I do best is try to lead by example. But it takes practice, it takes maturity, And so in my relationships, I might lead by example, but then I'll get comfortable and be like, you know what, I'm sick of you and start fighting. I can't tell you. The 4 times I've been locked up in my life has always been for fighting, and it's always been about relationships. And Libra is the relationship sign. Okay, Scorpio is the intimate relationship sign. That's why Scorpios are, all about sex. But Libras is the love, partnership, friendship sign. So there's a difference. Intimacy means Scorpios want sex relationships, at least good sex. Like, we want to love and all that. Of course, everybody does. Everybody wants sex, but it's like that's what we thrive off of. Scorpio placements, Libra placements thrive off of friendships, partnerships, and even love relationships. Okay, with the sex, but it's more Scorpio. So they're both relationship signs. And remember, currently, right now until July 17th, the nodes are in Scorpio and Taurus. So we're releasing a lot of intimate relationships. We're releasing a lot of Scorpio also has to do with other people's money. It has to do with death and rebirth, Pluto, because Pluto rules Scorpio. It has to do with fear, power, transformation. So a lot of things have been through transformations, especially if you have Scorpio placements. Now, when you have Libra placements, and I got both of them, right? And so do Kate, right? The Libra places with having a Libra North Node is I'm a people person. I'm a people pleaser. I was a teacher for 17 years, and now I'm working with people with disabilities. So I've always been a public servant, right? Love talking to people online. Libra is an air sign, and air signs communicate. So all in all, the Libra North Node is good to have for all those qualities, but at the same time, we get stepped on. We get our kindness taken for weakness, those kind of things. So when they switch, and the North Node is in Aries, we can be more selfish. We can be more self-aware. We can care more about ourselves, and it'll be okay. It'll be beneficial. It will not be beneficial if we're still trying to people please. With Libra being in the South Node. Okay? I'm going to read yours in a second, Kate. Let me finish this one sentence. And I'm talking to myself because I got these placements. If you have any Libra placements, Libra Moon, Libra Sun, if you don't know your placements, go on astrocharts.com to find out. You just need to know your birth date, of course, the year as well, the time you were born, and the place you were born in order to get an accurate thing. And even if you don't understand it, you can hit me up. I'm about to give free readings because I want more people to learn this and take interest in me. And then, once I get my business booming and I'm more consistent, then I will definitely bring the price in. But right now, I just want everybody to get it, okay, so we can interact more. But and also I want y'all to get it because if I do have a large following of truthers on this channel, and I want y'all to know once I get to Neptune in retrograde that a lot of this stuff ties into truth. Okay, it's not like predicting; it's just realizing, just like the Great Awakening, what's going on, and this is about to fizzle away. This is about to have big changes. I just need to be aware of it. That's all I want to give y'all to say about that. The gods, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Scorpio Rising. Yikes. That's you, right? I thought you said you had a Scorpio Moon. So it is Scorpio Rising, Kate? Yeah. So, me and you both have Libra and Scorpio placements. So with these nodes, we just need to be more about self right now, okay? The Scorpio Rising has already been on release mode with the Scorpio South Node since January 2022. And now it's time to step into, after we've been releasing some intimate relationships, okay, Kate, after we've been stepping into some intimate relationships, we're also going to move into now partnerships. Being more harmonious with yourself, keeping that energy that you gave to people. If you do have Libra placements, give it to yourself with the Aries North Node starting July 17th. All right, that's all I want to say about that. Let me put my nodes back up on my chart here. And I'll put Pluto back up too, because now we're talking about Neptune to wrap it up. hungry. I just got my soft taco here. It's getting cold. So while Kate is checking, and I do have one person in here, I guess everybody was, that's why I want to be able to teach people, okay? I want to be able to engage you all if you are interested. It can be hard, but I'm trying to find a way as a former teacher of 17 years to get my point across however you are a learner. You know, as a teacher, we have to teach to people the way they learn. So ask questions. Let me know what doesn't make sense. Again, I'm going to get more of the laminated pictures and words and characteristics so that it makes more sense, and I will utilize my background. All right. So Neptune in retrograde and also Venus conjunct Mars are the last two things I want to talk about. So let me talk about this before I go to Neptune retrograde, because I'm going to wrap up with Neptune retrograde. So Venus conjunct. Conjunct means blended energies. Venus, again, is a planet of finances, beauty, love, relationships. Mars is the planet that rules Aries and Scorpio. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Mars is, and then let me say one last thing. Venus and Mars have been ruling these nodes since January 2022, and they're going to be ruling them all the way to January 2025. Okay? Because the three, there goes that Cancer one that I just dismissed, still texting me. She mad I said she's moody and depressed. Y'all are. So it is Scorpio moon. Okay, Kate. So it is Scorpio moon. So again, Scorpio moon can bring a lot of emotions. The moon, excuse me, the moon is manifesting things. So some people with Scorpio moon, my daughter's boyfriend has a Scorpio moon, and he's a Capricorn sun, and I'm a Capricorn moon and a Scorpio sun. So we have a lot of the same characteristics. Like, he likes to look at me like out the side of his eye. I call them sneaky eyes. But when the Scorpio moon is over upon us, right, everybody kind of gets a little emotional, a little cranky, or they could step into their power, okay, and release some of the fears, because that's Scorpio stuff. Scorpio can be vindictive, but it can also be elevating. You know, every sign has a good and a bad, and I don't like to use the words good and bad, but every sign has a challenge and a supportive energy. So that is why it's so important for the cardinal signs and the not just Scorpio and Libra, all the cardinal signs, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer, like I mentioned, and all the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, are the ones that are going through the most, with the nodes being in cardinal and in fixed signs, okay, for the next 3 years total, or 3 years total since 2022. So Venus conjunct Mars. Again, this is blended energy. Mars is aggression, impulsivity, leadership, about your ego, about your body, about yourself. And they're conjunct. So they're blending their energies from the 1st of July to the 9th. This is what you might notice. Increased desire and bolder moves. So one thing I could say about this is, and it's also in Leo. So Leo's a fixed sign and it's a fire sign. So this also can talk about fire signs. The fire signs are Sagittarius and Aries. Venus can bring that desire, but so does Mars, because Mars is aggression, it's action. So it also has to do with sex. Okay, both of these planets, they're like boyfriend and girlfriend planets. Venus is the girl, Mars is the boy. They can be creative. They can be a power couple together, new creative projects. They can be expressive. That's that Leo energy. You see the line in the middle. And the feminine and the masculine side. They can be expressive, braver, bolder, and passionate. I took this conjunction and been expressing myself about how I felt about the breakup ever since I broke up, what was that? June 22nd. That's when it happened. I can't see it. Okay. Passionate, creative, and romance. So again, if you are still doing good in your relationship, and a lot of people are, but a lot of people aren't, step into that passion. Find something that you're both passionate about. Make it romantic. This is a great time for it. Optimal time for dating and sex. Lucky y'all, because I was doing it every day up until June 22nd, unfortunately. Optimal time. Again, both of these planets and Leo, because Leo is ruled by the sun, so that's that expressive piece, okay, are about sex and dating and relationships. I already said that one. So that's why the fire sign's right here in the corner, because Leo is a fire sign. So this is inspiring, hopefully, because this is energy that we all could use for ourselves, for self-love, and for our relationships, partnerships, love relationships, family, friendships, business partnerships too. Is there any questions about this? Because I'm going to say one more thing about Venus. The retrograde, after this conjunction, the retrograde is like maybe 8 days later, 11 days later. These things will go under review. They won't be conjunct anymore because Mars is at 27 degrees. So Mars is actually about to move into Virgo, I think on the 10th, right after they remain conjunct. They're conjunct for about 9 to 10 degrees, and then they're not conjunct anymore. And when Mars moves into Virgo, it's more acts of service coming from Mars, and we'll talk about that at that time. But all these things that I just mentioned will be under review because Venus will be in retrograde. So it'll be more desire, but the person you desire might be someone you might want to rethink or redo some things with. The projects you create from this energy may need to be reviewed again because they're not working out like you thought they would, or they're working out too well and maybe you want to slow it down. I don't know. It all depends on what's going on in your personal life, right? Being brave and expressive by the time Venus goes into retrograde, and bolder and more passionate might be. And a lot of these things have to do with Mars too. So like the bolderness has to do with Mars, but being in Leo, these are also Leo characteristics going with Mars and Venus. But speaking of Venus and Leo, reviewing how expressive you are, reviewing how bold you are, reviewing your love life, reviewing your finances, reviewing the partnerships and projects you started, reviewing the person you're dating and who you're having sex with, reviewing how creative you are in romance. All these things are about to be up for review for like 6 weeks. If you're feeling the energy already, I'm telling you, tap into it and keep it alive, keep it lit with the fire energy. Okay. Last piece of advice for the evening. Neptune in retrograde. Boy, I wish I knew how to change the picture. I wish I knew how to change the picture because I had a great picture for this, but I'm just going to go off the top of my head. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is currently in Pisces. Neptune is the planet of illusions, delusions, dreams, your subconsciousness. What did I miss? Endings, healing, forgiveness, and in retrograde, all those things I just said about Neptune's characteristics, because Neptune rules Pisces and it's in Pisces, so it's extra powerful energy, are up under review. So if I'm saying Neptune rules illusions, Neptune also rules celebrities, because it's about dreams and illusions, right? Celebrities are actors, musicians, they're entertaining you, but they're not always truthful. Those of you in the truther world know that a lot of the celebrities have been lying to us. Some of them are clones and not even here. A lot of them are CGI, computer-generated images. They put things in plain sight. And now, with the Neptune retrograde, these things will be revealed. Thank you for the lights. These things will be revealed. Okay? So, I know we've been seeing this. Because, matter of fact, Neptune has been in Pisces since my daughter was born. 2012. Neptune's been in Pisces. It'll switch because it's like at 27 degrees. But when it goes in retrograde, so it'll go back to like 23, 22. And because it moves so slow, it won't move into Aries and start its new cycle. By Aries being the first sign in the zodiac, every planet has a new cycle once it hits Aries, and it's ending its cycle in Pisces. Neptune's illusions for this whole, I would say Neptune takes like 150, 180 years to go through all the signs until it goes back. Has been nothing but nothing but lies. Okay, the previous cycle, I'm sure, was some other kind of lies that we will not know about because nobody on this earth is 180 years old, right? But we've been lied to for 180 years, and now because the cycle is ending, because we're in retrograde, because it's in Pisces, the last sign, all these truths are coming out. A lot of people don't want to face the facts. That's their subconscious. A lot of people like to just stay in their state of mind and not have to think outside the box. A lot of people like to be told what to think, and they don't want that to end. You know, and that's the thank you, Kate. That's the whole piece about Neptune and retrograde. How that stuff is about to be out the window. How you're about to not even have to worry. Remember, like in 2020, 2021, we were so divided. We were so divided that nobody wanted to believe us. No, everybody was like, "Oh, y'all are crazy," you know. And then we're like, "Oh, y'all are crazy," you know. All that is coming to a review. All that. This is the time with Neptune, and Neptune is in retrograde every year. Neptune in retrograde doesn't even end. I think it's like a long retrograde season, which is why it's going to go back so far and take a long period of time to go back towards Aries because it's going to retrograde and take so long to move back forward again. But we have a retrograde every year, and most of the time it's in between the summer and the fall with Neptune, Pluto, Saturn. They all retrograde every year. Venus and Mars are every other year. But Neptune, I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about how many things are about to come out. Now, I'm not a predictor. I don't know exactly what's about to come out, okay? But I do know that it's already been in plain sight, and it's just going to come out even more. I do know I already talked about Pluto being in retrograde in Capricorn and how that is breaking down the government, how it's breaking down these big corporations, how they had to bring Grimace back out from the 1980s just to keep McDonald's relevant, right? Okay, so, y'all, I'm not going to tell nobody to wake up anymore. It's going to fall in their lap so heavy. Like Neptune went into retrograde June the 30th, and it was in its shadow right before that. But we'll be finding out 2 weeks ago about that Titanic, the thing that everybody, you know, in a hush kind of way is saying, "Oh, that was that really true?" No, it wasn't, and they've been lying to us. Stop watching the TV. Stop watching the televised vision. That is the whole Neptune in retrograde. It's going to be so much stuff this year coming out. It's going to be so much stuff next year coming out with Pluto. Yeah, I don't watch TV. I find out everything online. I literally find out everything online. I don't know. I didn't know nothing about none of that submarine stuff. Even living in DC, the stuff they show y'all on TV is not really happening here in DC sometimes. Literally. Let's even go back to the it wasn't in retrograde in 2021 because it was wintertime. But after the military left DC back in 2021, when they had barricaded the whole downtown, you couldn't get close to downtown for 10 how long was it? It was like 3 weeks. You couldn't get within 10 blocks of the Capitol, the White House, none of that, right? It was all fenced in. The military was here. How could they have an inauguration? We didn't see anybody's cars go through down. You couldn't see none of that. There was no inauguration. There was no lights. It was cloudy the day they had inauguration on the TV. It was sunny. It's been lying. So this cycle of lies is ending. The retrogrades are bringing and showing you what to review, what to redo, what to check out, what to all the re's. Repeat, reinvent, just all the re's. Think of a re, and that's what retrogrades are about. Also, I said Neptune has to do with forgiveness. Okay. So while Venus is in retrograde and people might break up, people might get angry and say things they didn't mean to say, you're going to be rethinking how unconditional love is for you. Okay. If you're interested in tapping into some more softer feminine energy, because even men need to balance their feminine energies. Like women have to stand up and be independent sometimes, that's masculine energy. Men have to be forgiving. One of the reasons I became a lesbian, because men do not have that forgiving feminine energy. Okay. And Neptune, listen, I don't like celebrities either. It's not even just about the TV. I don't like people on the TV. And whereas I don't like them because I know they've done some crimes against humanity stuff and they're lying and, doing things for money to keep us down, I still forgive them. I'm grateful for them doing what they do so I can wake up. I'm grateful for, um, you know, I say this lightly because some people on here are Trump supporters and some people are haters and they don't understand why I keep saying this, but I'm very grateful for Trump waking my eyes up to a lot of this stuff. Especially as a Washingtonian, this is a political city. And it just helped me move forward and elevate my family. My kids have never been in a better place since I've homeschooled them. We spend more time together, even with me having a full-time job. It's just a lot. So I'm forgiving those who, it's hard to say, have done crimes against humanity. I'm just trying to step into a more of a forgiving state and not be so cold and hard, especially to those people that don't understand what's going on. Especially to our families that we had divided from, and now they're coming back to us because they know that there's something that's not right about what we hear and see from the television. So anyway, long story short, that is what the Neptune retrograde energy is giving. Okay? Again, retrogrades are life's lessons. One thing I wanted to say right before I go. I have 5 minutes. Where is it? Stay with me. Oh, come on now. Tell me I don't have it. I just had it out. Y'all. I wanted to show y'all the houses. So, off the top of my head, if you are a Libra rising like me and you, Kate, since I know you're still in here. If you are a Libra rising, this Neptune retrograde in Pisces, jeez, I wish I had my dad. Sorry. It would be so much easier and so much faster if I could find it. It was right here with all the rest of the papers. Here it is. I found the thing. Thank God. All right, here we go. So if you are a Libra rising like we are, you start with the first house. These are I don't know why. I can't see. I'm going to read it at the same time. First house is the Aries house. It's your self-appearance. So the houses have to do with life's purposes. So wherever a planet and sign that the planet is in is moving on your chart based on your rising sign, it'll tell you the lessons that are going to be learned in whatever transit is happening. So transit is like a retrograde. Transit is like a conjunction, like I talked about with Mars conjunct Leo up there. An opposition, which is when the moon and the sun did for the full moon. The moon is in Capricorn, was in Capricorn, and the sun is in Cancer. That's an opposition because they're opposite signs. Those are transits. So wherever we're going to use Neptune, wherever you have Pisces is the lesson. So let me give you the lesson. Hey, Show, did you get to go on astrology charts, astrologycharts.com to see your placements, especially your sun, moon, and rising? Because I'm wrapping up with that. I'm doing Libra risings for me and Kate. So Libra risings, again, you start with the first house, and then you'll count backwards to the Pisces house. Or you can count forwards because it's probably easier. So the first house is Libra. The second house would be Scorpio. That's after Libra. The third house is Sagittarius, first Libra risings. The fourth house is Capricorn. That's where the fourth house is where the full moon was for That's Libra risings. Okay. Um, I talked about that the other day, so I'm not going to talk about it right now. But the fifth house is Aquarius for us Libra risings. The sixth house would be Pisces. So here are the lessons for the Neptune retrograde for us Libra risings in the UK. Okay. Our lessons are in health, fitness, systems, analytical nature, pets. Literally, I think my cat is pregnant or she's getting too fat. I need to check her health. Work habits. So, one thing I need to watch out for is reviewing a better way to get to work because I'm always late for work with the way I take organization and also late for work because I sometimes don't want to get out of bed. And I also have a 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning astrology class. So it's a lot. And I'm supposed to start working at 9. Sense of usefulness and service given. So the sixth house is the health house, and all those things are healthy if you tap into them. Pisces, again, has to do with endings. It has to do with illusions, delusions, subconsciousness, forgiveness, unconditional love, healing. So tie the Pisces characteristics into the sixth house lessons or life purposes. So, for instance, let me give you an example. I need to end how much I eat late at night, which is why I'm trying to get off in the next couple of minutes. It's about to be 11, and I haven't finished my tacos that my kids made for me. I need to get a healthier start of the day. I need to not be eating late at night, or I need to go to bed at a better time so I can be ready for my day. Right? Wow, the lights went up really quickly. Thank you, y'all for giving me the lights. And okay, I'll send it to you, Shell. I'll send it to you. If you follow me, I think you are. But if you follow me, I'll send it to you. I'll follow you back and send you the name so you can just tap the link and go to it. And then I'll be back on here Sunday at 10 p.m. and we can talk about it then. Okay. So did that make sense, Kate, for the Libra risings? Let me do Pisces risings really quick if you're a Pisces. Uh, it wouldn't really make sense for me to do the sun signs, and I know show you are a Gemini, but it doesn't really make sense to do the sun signs with the houses because the houses only come from your rising. Okay, again, your rising is who you come across as. Does that make sense? It does, Kate. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Shell. All right, so I'm not gonna do the Pisces risings because I'm ready to eat. And I know y'all have been listening to me. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for you all, giving gratitude every day. If you didn't catch all this live and you want to catch it later, my YouTube channel is on my page connected to that little box that you can tap. It tells you my Instagram and my YouTube channel. I will have it on there tomorrow. And that's about it. So I will follow up with you, show in the inbox. And Kate, we will have more discussions. I appreciate you, Kate. Hugs to you. Hugs to you too, Kate. Kate, you know what? I just want to say this. You are such a genuine. I think, as the Libra placements that we have, you are such a genuine. What I want to call you, because we're friends, we're acquaintances online, but you have really been here with me. I remember you since the first page, and now this is the seventh, which is why I got to stick with astrology, Kate. And I know you're down with the truth, but literally, I gotta just dim it down a little bit just to stay. I literally, like I said yesterday, they took the account warning off so that they don't have to ban me because that 17,000 page, I still talk about that one where I had the 17,000 followers last winter and I was doing all the lives outside the White House and all that. You remember that? But you found me every time where I found you. Oh, no, it's no problem, show. It takes practice because I'm new to doing a lot of lives on a regular basis now, so it's going to take practice. I'm going to get better and you're going to get better. We all going to get better. Okay? So y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all on Sunday, the 9th, 7-9. Y'all have a great. Oh, the 7-7 portal is coming up on Friday. Shout out to the Cancers. Y'all get out y'all moods and enjoy your summer and your Cancer season. All right, Kate. Show and everybody else that was on here. I'll see y'all on Sunday, and I'll see y'all, on TikTok on a regular basis anyway. Peace. Thanks again for being here.